I recorded all my body counts to a notebook.
This is 143 pages of a love letter that my ex-boyfriend wrote me. 143-page letter.
Sarper has actually designed a new nose for me.
Just when I think you've said the stupidest thing ever, you keep talking.
Awesome! Season 6 of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, is only 3 episodes in, and it's early. Not a whole lot has happened, so I don't feel like I've gotten to know the new cast well enough yet to make fun of them. But I'm sure, give me a little bit of time and I'll get there. So let's make fun of these two bozos, Sarper and Shekinah. And yes, that is how you say her name. I prefer Shakira, and even Sarper seems to struggle to say her name right.
Hey Shekinah, nice to meet you.
What do you mean, what is my name?
No, change your name. Let it be Samantha or Sharon, whatever.
Yes, Sharon and Sarper, the plastic duo we strongly dislike, is back for this new season of The Other Way. I thought their relationship was completely staged last season, and I was convinced that Botched Barbie only came to Turkey to tag team plastic surgery with AI Ken. I mean, they had only been dating for a few months when we were introduced to them, and Sarper seemed to be in no rush to end his bad boy ways. You know, his whole 2,500 body count thing. And for people that are new to the body count term, I'm talking about women he has slept with, not people he has actually, put in the ground. And I just kept wondering, how could he possibly keep track of that number? You would think that you would lose count at some point. My question was, how do you know what that number actually is? And unfortunately, that question got answered.
I recorded all my body counts to a notebook.
Oh my god.
He put an X for each woman he had slept with in a creepy book. Because it turns out that Sarper likes to count things.
52, 53, 54.
7 cars, 17 people.
But he insists that he is done with all of that. He says he's a reformed bad boy. He now only has very wide eyes for Shekinah and their role-playing when he, pretends she's someone else.
You're my Barbie doll, for sure. I'm your Ken from Alibaba.
I actually found a Ken doll on the Alibaba website that looks suspiciously like Sarper. Well, what he thinks he looks like. So what do Dumb and Dumber have planned for this season, you ask? Since last season, Shekinah actually left Turkey and went back to the US to work. They had some financial issues and she can't work in Turkey, so these two have been long distance for a few months. But not for long. Even though they have the most ridiculously immature relationship,
He gets so defensive, he gets so upset. He'll go as far as breaking up with me, and like 10 minutes later, he's crying and saying that, we can never be apart.
Shekinah is going back to Turkey to go be with Sarper and get a new nose, which to me means she's really going to get a new nose and visit Sarper. And supposedly they are saying that they even filed for the K1 visa. I guess that is how badly they want to be on TV. Imagine filing for a K1 visa to stay on our screen.
I'm not normal, for sure.
And no one is happy about that, not even the very plastic friends. God, I hope they are just pretending that that's their plan for the storyline. And I really hope that Sarper is not really designing Shakira's new nose. Also, the new nose has to be the real reason she's going back to Turkey, right? And she's trusting a guy to design it that looks like he surprise froze. And this gets even better. We see the scenes of Shekinah heading to the airport to fly to Sarper in Turkey, and she's going back even though there is another very immature issue going on in their relationship. Apparently Sarper collects alcohol bottles from each country he has been to. But, plot twist,
He has a memory with each bottle with a female, and he keeps all the bottles.
so these bottles are almost like that book he has. They're trophies from the women he slept with in different countries. She was so mad that because he's now in a committed relationship that he won't get rid of those bottles, and at first refused to go back to Turkey until he got rid of them. But she must be in a hurry to get a new nose because she has changed her mind and is going to Turkey, and she plans to talk to Sarper about the bottles in person. And wait, there's more. She's also going to bring with her a red binder of revenge.
My very first boyfriend, when I was 16 years old, wrote me a letter that's 143 pages long.
I'm sorry, what?
And I saved it for many years because it was just really very special to me.
So at some point she plans to pull out this binder to give Sarper a dose of his own medicine. It's also like the most unintimidating looking binder when you finally see it. Like I'm getting flashbacks of buying school binders like this from Walmart. So I threw a lot at you. There's a lot of dumb shit going on. So just to summarize, Shaq is mad about a bottle collection honoring the countries Sarper fucked in. So she brought a 143-page handwritten letter to get revenge, and she put it in my English binder from 2007. And these people are saying that they actually applied for the K1 visa. I kind of thought that she was bluffing about the letter too, but no, she actually brought it. And that revenge binder comes out fast. Because of course she lands in Turkey, they get back to Sarper's bachelor pad, and the first thing she notices when she walks in is that the bottle collection is there. And Sarper apparently did not get anything else ready for her arrival.
Oh my God, babe. This place is wrecked.
Even though we watched scenes of him just sitting around counting his rice and cars driving by while he waited for her to get there. So she's mad. I mean, at least there aren't 2,500 bottles everywhere. So bam, she gets out that red binder. And I was really hoping that we could at least zoom in and read some of this letter. But sadly, it's blurred. It must be a really good letter though, since she hole punched it and kept it in what looks like very good condition. She wants Sarper to carefully go through each of those 143 pages. But instead, he just tosses it on the ground, all angry. I mean, she should have laminated it too. So this is how their first night goes. What a great start for Dumb and Dumber. And they don't seem to have a very smooth season coming up from what these clips are showing. So Sarper has claimed this whole time to be faithful to Shekinah, even long distance. But I mean, after 2,500 women, how is he just going to stop? In the What's Up and Coming clips, I'm not super surprised when they try to act like he did continue his body count and not just sleep with Sharon.
What did she say?
You made me believe that you weren't seeing other people.
I mean, this would make sense. He was claiming earlier to sleep with 4.5 women a day.
I had a record of sleeping in a day was like 4.5 women, I can say, because the last one I couldn't, to be honest.
Bruh.
Sarper and Shekinah want to remind you to subscribe to the Kiblz channel. If you don't, Sarper will appear and give you an exotic AI-generated dance.
That mother is not real.
So my final thoughts about this are, I think that they were matched up to be on the show. I really think that anything can happen on this season because I think they have a very easy storyline to predict and write. Sarper is acting like he's a reformed bad boy. Shekinah thinks that he's changed. This whole time he hasn't changed. He's still a walking red flag. And it's a predictable move to reveal that he did cheat.
The fact that Sarper didn't want me to go meet with the woman that messaged me makes me want to hear what she has to say even more.
He said he loved you also.
I bet.
I really just think that they film in Turkey when Shekinah wants a procedure done, like her nose, and she has a free bachelor pad that she can stay at. In this case, she's already saying she wants her nose done. So she flies out and they just play house for a few weeks and film. This is probably obvious now, but I also don't believe that these two really filed for a K1 visa. They mention that they're having financial trouble, unless they are really doing that with the intention to stay on the show and continue a very controlled storyline for money. And while I don't think there are a whole lot of brain cells between them, would they really get married just to be on a show? I don't think so. I think that they will find a way to break them up before it goes that far. They seem to be setting that up now with the upcoming clips of the season. I think these two will just get a few seasons to milk everything they can to help pay for their procedures, help get them some exposure, and then they will hopefully disappear. And we can make fun of them along the way. Anyways, thanks for watching. Bye!